It is nice. Okay. Okay. I'll take that for a starter. Not the giant, but he stopped me in my tracks. Look at that. The old chattering bug in the beak. That was nice. Took a little longer than I thought, but that is a pretty solid, real chunky one there. Get him back. Doing a little springtime bass, and we're up here poking around. Things are heating up. Bass are up shallow. This is one of the most fun times of the year, hands down. No matter where you're at in the country, springtime bassing is just tough to beat. One of those reasons for me personally is because they eat this thing so well. A good old chatterbait. It is such a fun bait. It's a good search bait. It's a good just catching bait. It's a good big fish bait all around. There's so much to this bait that is so much fun. And I'm hoping we can catch a few more like that today on this thing. Let's just do that, huh? Another one. Another solid one. Just slow rolling that chatterbait. Look how they caught it. Oh my gosh. That's another just nice one. He is cold. The water's pretty cold. And we're just kind of picking things apart here. We just got out to the lake. Where we're at here is just kind of a springtime hot spot, I'd call it. This is a spot where it's one of the few bays in the lake here. It's got a lot of sunlight hitting it. The water's gonna warm up quick there. A lot of fish are gonna spawn here. And there's one point leading into it. That's where we're fishing right now. This point's got grass all over the top of it. Really just a gorgeous spot for pre-spawn bass, post-spawn bass. Just a good little stopping point for springtime fish. That's one of the things that I really like looking for at a lot of those highways, those transition spots. We hear that a lot in bass fishing. And points, flats around spawning areas it's tough to beat, man. Springtime fishing. Mushed it. Not too big by any means, but this time of year, get him back, it can be real grouped up. And again, when there's pre-spawn, post-spawn, a little bit of everything going on, you can find groups like this, especially these flats, when there's not tons of grass. Grass is just really starting to grow, you know? Those places where everything is right, they can group up just like that. Again, not a super big one by any means. I don't know about you, but I just like getting my line tugged. Whew. Come on. Again, not very big, but it is a lot of fun when that blade is tink, 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 and then just boom. Gosh, I love it. But yeah, they can just get real grouped up this time of year. There's no better way to track down a group of them or break down an area than with a chatterbait. Especially again if it's a place where another one. Oh, he's running. Boy, cookie cutters. There's definitely a pile of them there though. I know there's big ones mixed in. Gotta be. They're chewing that thing. Again, if it's a lake where, you know, it's a new lake, trying to break things down, or it's your first time out on a lake for that time of the year, trying to figure out, you know, kind of where everything's going down, what's what, covering water, chatterbait, moving quickly, breaking down areas, trying to figure out where it's going down. So one of the other things that I love about a chatterbait is, again, just the versatility of this thing. I can yo-yo it. I can just slowly drag it. I can burn it, fish it shallow, mid-depth. There's just so much that you can do with one. And what's nice too, when I'm in an instance like this where there's a bunch of fish in an area, I want to be catching them. I don't want to be messing with baits, you know? So it's nice, again, this chatterbait with an Elastec trailer. I've caught, I don't even know how many fish on this one trailer, this one bait. unhook them, boom, I'm right back in the fight. I love that aspect of it, to where I'm not messing around with stuff. I'm just fishing, man. That's all my focus is fishing. Not too big, but to prove the point, boom, I got one. He's got it choked. Unhook him, and look, everything is just ready to go. That bait is ready to get back in the fight, just like that. This is just a 3/8 ounce chatterbait with a razor shad trailer. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit bulkier options, again, for slowing down that bait. It's nice to have thin options for when you want to burn it, and vice versa. There's a lot of different options and a lot of different trailers out there in the world. And they all have their own time and place. But again, this is just a 3/8 ounce chatterbait. That 3/8 is, again, nice. These fish are, again, in 3 to 8 feet, I'd say, the majority of them. That 3/8 is really good for that depth range, to where I can just kind of slow crawl this bait. If it was maybe a little bit later in the year and these fish are really fired up, I'd go towards a half, just so I can reel a lot quicker, get a lot more of a reaction out of them. But it seems like they really like this bait right now, just creeping that thing above the grass. So this is just a really natural color, you can see there. Kind of a translucent bottom, greenish top, same with the trailer. And that blade too, that's one awesome thing with chatterbait lineup that's out there now, is there's a lot of blade colors, and I've seen it to where that can really make a difference sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't matter, they just want any color chatterbait and any color blade, but there are times where I've seen it make a difference. But today, again, clear water, these fish, they're used to eating a lot of perch, a lot of bluegills, so real natural colors, again, sticking towards the green pumpkins, the darker colors. Those are a lot of what I go for in the springtime. If I was in a lake with some shad, I'd definitely throw some more white baits, but these bass here, they're feeding on a lot of bluegills, a lot of perch, having the right rod to where you feel that bite and you don't pull the chatterbait out of their mouth, and also keeping these fish pinned, really important. This is just a 7-1 medium heavy. You know, on paper that might not sound like the perfect rod, but having a rod that has a good load to it, again, helps with feeling that bait, but most importantly, keeping those fish pinned. And again, when you feel that bite, that thunk, you gotta let them have it for a second with this for sure. So having a little bit softer rod, or a parabolic rod, to where I feel that bite, the rod loads up a touch, and then I give them the beans and drag them in. Gosh, it's a lot of fun, especially when you have the right setup. There's just something about that rod, just loads up. Oh, so much fun. And this reel here, this is just a 7:3 to 1 gear ratio. I know that might be a little quick for some guys, but personally, I really like that. Just helps pick up line. Plus, I just don't like anything too slow, especially when, again, like I'm covering ground. I'm reeling this bait pretty slow right now, but there's times where I do want to reel pretty quick. So I like a 7:3 to 1 personally, somewhere in that 7 speed. Gosh. Wow, he smacked it. There he is. My goodness. They are jumping on the bug. Jumping on it. They ain't too big. But I don't care. I don't care one bit. Catching them on a chatterbait. It doesn't get old. It does not get old. That might be big. That feels nice. Just fan casting around, man. There's so many up here. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Oh yeah, real nice one. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, that's fun. Covering ground in the springtime, just moving and grooving with the chatterbait. Look how he's got that thing. You think he wanted it? Gosh, that's so much fun. Again, just moving and grooving. Once you find some fish, hit the anchor lock, put the poles down, really pick these areas apart. Good old chatterbait, man. Oh, I love it. Love it. A lot of fun in the spring.